Welcome, gentlemen, the ladies, the theys, and the gays, to this episode of Eldritch Millennial Games. So if you guys were trying to tune into my stream earlier and you caught that fiasco, I apologize. We're learning some new things about streaming tonight, I guess. I'm going to try not to yell in your ears as well, not break out on the microphone. So if you were here earlier, you might have noticed that I was having a hard time getting my audio together, and that's because I don't know, I think my microphone might have died. I'm not exactly sure. I've either got a bad cord or a bad microphone. So that's neither here nor there. The show must go on, and thanks for joining me tonight. We're going to be playing Dune Awakening again. If you guys caught my pre-release episodes and you liked that, fantastic. So quick intro about me. I'm an old school millennial aged gamer. I'm about 36 years old, 36 levels at this point. And I started this channel kind of in the hopes that I could make a cozy little corner where kind of everybody gets to play games and hang out and chill and do all the fun things that they want. Excuse me. I just realized I don't have my controller. Bear with me 1 second. Man, that whole mic fiasco really threw me for a loop, I gotta tell you. I didn't honestly know how to handle it. Anywhoosie though. So, getting back to it, we're at 19 followers, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys for being here. I hope to continue doing this. So we're going to be talking about Dune Awakening. If you look at this shelf behind me, you can see the original Frank Herbert book. I'm going to try to talk a little bit about some of the lore tonight and how it lines up with the games and things of that nature. I'm going to try to, in I guess the case of the game, how it doesn't line up. So, and if you hear some background noise behind us, by the way, it's my air conditioner running. I just kind of have to have it running. So, tonight on Dune, we're going to be kind of looking at some of the lore, and I'm going to try to talk about that a little bit. We're also going to try to just talk about things that interest me in Dune. I'm reading the books. I highly recommend it if you haven't done it. There's a lot of things that are very interesting from the books that I think line up in some cases better with the game, which is ironic because it's an alternate timeline. So for those of you who haven't read the book, spoiler alert and game alert, the way the game opens in the opening credits, the opening little cinematic, is very accurate. A lot of where Dune came from, the world of Dune that we know, is the result of a war with AI. Thou shalt not make machines in the image of a man's mind, I think is the quote that he says, something to that effect, which is a quote from the Orange Catholic Bible. That's right, that's what it's called in the series, in the books. Dr. Yue, for those of you who are movie fans, actually gives Paul a copy of the Orange Catholic Bible in the beginning of the movie before they even leave Caladan. That's Paul's homeworld. Again, so if you haven't read the books, if you haven't seen the movies, I'm going to stop right now. This is your forewarning for spoiler alerts for this stream. I'm going to talk about anything and everything that I'm aware of. So if you do not want any spoilers, as much as I'd love to have you here, I don't want to ruin it for you either. So I hope that we're getting good PC audio. I'm going to check and make sure that my mic is working, just because I'm paranoid now. It does look like we're getting mic levels, which is excellent. If those piddle out at any point, please jump in the comments and tell me. I'm having to use my wireless mics, so I have one on the charger. I can easily swap. So welcome to Arrakis. We're about 40 hours into my playthrough. And something that I've really been hearing a lot of with the survival aspect of this game is people kind of rushing it. And I am in agreement with that. I don't want my stream to be me just, I don't want our stream for that matter to be just us running through, not paying attention to anything. I'm having some UI glitches here. So it might also be the server. We're going to try something real quick. We're going to quit and log in. Some of this might be a little bit of the server, how do you say, population. It might be the server population. I also might need to adjust my game settings again. This game, for the record, as you're seeing here, I have a relatively powerful gaming setup. I don't have what, your top tier gamers do. I have what I could afford. But I built it myself, and it does perform well. When I'm playing the game and not streaming, I can pretty consistently run it on ultra graphics, 1080, above 100 frames per second consistently. So some of it might be internet connectivity issues too. I know that people hate hearing YouTubers, and I hate saying it, but this is just the restrictions of my internet connection. We're gonna reload this and see if we can get the UI to kick though. There we go. Okay. On a side note, the controller integration is pretty good. The only time I find that I need to use a mouse or a keyboard is for map navigation, kind of moving around the maps and more fine selection of different icons. Or like, for example, setting your map markers. I would recommend doing that with your mouse cursor instead of your controller. It really is just super beneficial in my opinion. I need to make sure that the good old PC is being kept nice and cool too. I am asking a lot of my PC right now, and I'm super proud of it for how it's keeping up. We're gonna make sure the cooling is keeping up. We're gonna give her hell. Loading into the game. So survival aspects, that's kind of what I started. And for those of my viewers who don't know, I have ADHD. I am a neurodivergent, so I tend to jump a little bit. I have some notes on my screen here, and I'm going to try to stay a little more organized for you all. I just wanted to start the actual stream by kind of showing you guys in my opinion, what is an unrushed look at about a 40-hour in playthrough base. So this is my base in Haga Basin, East Vermilius Gap. I'm gonna kind of zoom out and show you guys where it is. I have absolutely no problem with you guys knowing where I am. I'm just north of the Anvil Trading Post. If you actually follow that little pathway down and then up through another pathway here, it'll take you down near right up to my base. And as you enter, you'll go up through a scout camp and enter into this cave, and you'll see my base right here in between this granite and this iron. So if you guys happen to see my stream and you're playing Dune Awakening and you want to join a guild, hit me up. I would love that. I would love to make a guild of really nice, inviting people to play Dune Awakening with. Again, this is just kind of your 40-hour base. At this point, for me, this is my balcony. And yes, we are cliffside at this base. I'm actually currently working on adding a helipad to it for the ornithopter that I'm going to build in the near future. So if you guys are 40 hours into this game and you haven't built the ornithopter yet, don't even feel bad. It's totally okay. Totally chill. Um, you know, I'm going to actually check real quick and see what my microphone is hooked up to. Hardware. No. Those are the ones I want. Let's make sure I'm still getting my audio on my computer. Still got audio on my computer if I hold this down. Do I get audio on the game? I do get audio on the game. Okay, hopefully. So thanks for bearing with me, but this is my little helipad. Eventually it's going to all have pentashields closing it, which is going to be super sick. Be able to land your little ornithopter in there. I'm actually really looking forward to that side of the game. What ultimately I had wanted to play with you guys on stream tonight is the next kind of sections of the story mission. I believe I've got most of my farming down. So let's take a look at our menu. Real quick too, let's note that if this is your first MMO, if you've never played one of these before, and you feel very overwhelmed, especially if you're neurospicy like I am by the amount of menuing, because I mean there are menus within menus within menus, that's okay. Don't rush through these games. Take your time and make the mistakes. Enjoy playing the game. I've seen a lot of comments on Facebook streams that I like to watch that are very much like there's a culture now in gaming about kind of just running through it as fast as humanly possible. And I'm literally sitting here streaming me menuing. I think there's a lot of value in watching somebody else play a game. It was something I did a lot when I was a kid, and YouTube and the internet were really just starting to be used in that manner, and it was super helpful to me. So having said that, you know, if you watch my stream and you would like to join the guild, by all means, send me some invites, maybe add me a little note that was like, hey, I saw you on your stream, was looking for some help. I am going to make my base guild available. Not all of the storage will be guild available, but I am going to be working towards having some goals of having some water and just some basic resources in my guildies as they come through so that they can survive and get a little stronger start to the game, and some teamwork. You know, I'll have to keep some storage for my own private use, but that's it.
Shield on.
Parrying is a fantastic skill, by the way. Blood collection is super important. I do it pretty much at every step I can. So let's discuss, as I'm kind of making my way and getting through the game here, let's discuss some things you really need to be aware of now that I would highlight 40 hours in. Getting eaten by a worm is not a good thing. The first time you get it, you get eaten. It's a freebie. So they actually give you a sand bike for getting eaten. So that's pretty fantastic. You got to go to the head of the hammer. And it is extremely punishing. I just got eaten for the first time after my freebie not that long ago, and it really sucked. I just got back. I bet it's right there. I just got back, like just before I started streaming. I made my Mark II, I think. Yeah, my Mark II blood extractor again. So basically, as you see my equipment as it sits now, all the weapons I have think I have artisan weapons on this side, and then Mark II blood extractor, cutter array, so on and so forth. I'm wearing the Karib still suit. I just got done remaking all of that. So I really hope I don't get eaten by a worm on our stream tonight. That would be fantastic. We're going to try to very carefully navigate our way through here. And no, okay, but I can still see both of them perfect. We're going to try to navigate our way through this, and I'm going to try to give you some of my advice and talk about Dune. So survival, they definitely hit the marks in my opinion. It feels like you're living on an alien planet. I really like this aspect of it too. I know that I'm going to love cutting the drive time out with the ornithopter. For your first, I would guess it's probably going to take me another 10 hours or more to actually complete the ornithopter. So for an average guy like me, kind of weekend warrior, probably somewhere between 40 and 60 hours for all the requisite crafting supplies and such. That's not a bad thing. I very much have enjoyed my time kind of traversing Arrakis and Haga Basin on the little bike. It's a good time. Don't shortchange yourself that portion of the game, but definitely respect the sands. They will humble you very quickly. As I said, I got eaten by the worm for the first time. It was horrible. It was devastating. Except that is part of this game, though. Some people don't like super punishing games, like Elden Ring is another great example. That's what I started. My first couple streams were me playing Elden Ring. I think I died to Consort Radon over 200 times. So either I'm bragging about sucking at this game, or like it is truly okay to struggle through it. And I think the latter is more true. I just got my suspensor belt back too. I had this same purple quality, rare quality, the Emperor's Wings Mark 1. I got eaten with them. Yeah, that sucked. So we're trying to get up here. I like a lot of the quest clues in this are very immersive as well. They give you very good clues based on the landscape. The fourth trial that I'm currently after, the iron hammer that beats the dead who cannot enter paradise. The head of the hammer awaits. So I'm going to go ahead and guess that means that the next trial is on top of that hammer. Get out of the sun. This game requires patience. You have to be patient and just let it run its course. Big mistake I've been making too with the
I see someone.
suspensor belt.
Found you.
Huh? They're here.
Let's do it.
You're dead.
Oh, I'm out of stamina. Ooh. Got served. I'll let my stamina's recharged. Oh, can't parry two of them. Apparently we can parry two of them. Pretty nice parry, bro. again, collect blood off of everybody that you kill. Everyone. And build the large blood purifier as fast as possible. Because you definitely need the extra holding capacity. Anyway, though, let's stay on target. We're trying to climb this giant hammer, which is actually probably one of the cooler ways I've ever described having to get to a quest in the game. I have to go climb a giant hammer. Any movement ability from your classes like that, too, that combines momentum with the suspensor belt is god tier. You can... I heard another YouTuber put it in the respect that if the suspensor belt is B tier by itself, the Shigawire claw makes it S tier. And I totally agree from what you just watched me do. Just the combination of those movement types is fantastic. Absolutely makes traversing the map a lot of fun. I'm trying to play this game as organically as possible, too, in the respect that I don't want to just run through this and know all the secrets by the end. I'm trying to avoid as much as I can looking up guides on YouTube. Enjoy the game. You paid for it. Might as well. That is crazy fast. So we talked about the survival aspect. Let's talk a little bit about the ecology, too, of the game. Which I do gotta say, in these beginning stages, has felt accurate. You know, you'll see a little Muad'Dib, Jerboa, desert mouse, infrequently, and the worms come after you. I do think I would like to see the lore team. I haven't dug far enough into the book to know about any of the other creatures or if there aren't any, but that's an option I would love to see the lore team kind of start exploring, is different life forms that exist here. I'm definitely on the right trail because I'm following Fremen. Architecture. Do I hear worms? I've also definitely decided that I would very much like to just wear still suits. Part of my role play for playing this game and fitting into the ecology is playing it in the way of the game. This is the way. Our character is learning about the Fremen, and from what I can gather, essentially becoming a Fremen. And I would really like to explore that through my gameplay too, and playing this game very much from the survival aspect. The little bit that I've heard about the deep desert, I want to see if I can establish a
The
role play.
Sayadina and I made the long climb to hang a new prayer flag today. What a marvel that even in her advanced years, the Reverend Dejana can still scramble up the rocks like a spider. The only pity is, the prayer flag was of our own making. It seems an age since any siege community has gifted us with a woven symbol of devotion. There are so few pilgrims these days. But we here stayed true to our history and our faith. Though the off-worlders daily encroach upon us with their mines and their harvesters. Though a growing rabble of Kirab grows even bolder around our borders. We will remain faithful until the day we proudly answer the 7 mystic questions and pass into paradise with joy in our hearts.
So all of these followers very much make me think of please hold. Gotta think of his name. Or I gotta look his name. Haha, I didn't actually need to look it up. I didn't even pull up the answer yet. My internet is horrible. But, Stilgar. Stilgar is the guy that I'm thinking of. Why are my controls not responding correctly? Let me look at my graphics here. Let's try auto. Confirm changes. Let's try that and see if that's a little easier on my system. But it made me think, they make me very much think of Stilgar. And I love Stilgar. He's probably my favorite character from the new movie, other than the teacher that he meets too. I just love the mysticism of that character. It aligns so well with the books. You guys might be experiencing some lag in the stream. I'm doing the best I can. Got a lot of animation going on right now.
How do we honor the Creator? Ibn Qurtayba. Our enemies are as blades of grass mown down. Do you understand, Wali?
Like blades of grass.
Our God gave us the gift of Tao and
Chris
the
Knight,
words of the
sweet.
Kitab Alibar. Knowledge without action is empty. Be
My computer is struggling with this portion right now. I'm having really bad lag issues right now. I just suck. I wonder if this is going to give me the ability to make a Chris knife. I wish I could turn. Let's try for a parry.
During our wandering, we came to Seleucus Secundus. It was a place devoid of gods, where the drums of war were constant, and violence was the religion. They denied us the heart, never to forgive, never to forget.
Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh, I was supposed to lose?
Fire of God, mount over thy heart. The fire of God set alight.
I love that.
Thine enemies shall fall.
What is... I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Ugh. Oh, that... Oh! So that's what the purple eyes mean. I've seen people running around like this. I just didn't know what it meant. Whoa. I'm getting so much lag right now, though. I might need to I'm gonna need to adjust my settings. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's try going to medium. Is that improved? Not really. Oh, fudge. Well, that was cool, whatever it was. Well, that worked, kind of. I wonder if this is how it works out of the dream, too. Like, you just get almost like hacked blade master abilities. I was told that this is the portion, too, where you really unlock what your character can do. Like the ability to use spice. I've been collecting all this spice too, and I'm just like, what do I do with this? I can't eat it. Can't do anything with
How
it.
do we honor the Creator? We fight. Remember Salusa Secundus.
Struggle.
Be like Kaifa.
I need to look up what that means. So speaking of the ecology and the power dynamics of the world, like naturally kind of ecology. I was talking about the wanting to role play my character and, you know, act as a Fremen
Ibn
would in
Qurtayba.
this game.
The fire of God set alight. How do we honor the Creator?
We fight.
We fight. Remember Salusa Secundus. Be like Kaifa.
I wonder how people of like Middle Eastern cultures viewed it. I don't know a whole lot about Middle Eastern culture, but it's obvious that at least from their language alone, this is more important. Which is awesome. But I was talking about the power dynamics. I can't think of a world where the power dynamics are just so reflective in some ways of the world we live in. I was talking about the Orange Catholic Bible, which is a really interesting portion of the book that you should definitely check out. Like, I highly encourage you, go buy the physical copy of the book and start reading. It's great. It's a wonderful story. I heard, if you look at the back of this book, they call it the Lord of the Rings of science fiction. And I never really viewed Dune that way. But back to the power dynamics, when you break down the politics and the power dynamics of Dune, it really is just so cool and analogous and appropriate. But we gotta locate the 5th trial. Pretty stoked about that, y'all. What trial are you guys on? Tell me. Spice withdrawal. Okay, so obviously you want to use the spice sparingly is the overall communication that I'm getting out of that. Oh, that is so broken that you can do that with the suspensor belt. I'm so glad I'm going down the Bene Gesserit route. For those of you who haven't seen my show, my build that I'm currently working on here, I'm calling the Bene Gesserit. It's definitely focused on Bene Gesserit and trooper skills. Oh yeah, don't forget that. Definitely want the goodies. I fancy a drink of water too. Let's have a little water. Let's get a little heat on. Frugality in this game is very important too. Like, I have better health kits, but I'm using the broke bitch ones because they're way easier to make. They save me, it saves me a ton of time having to make health kits. So just a little, I don't know that I would say I'm a pro MMOer, but I've played a lot of MMOs. And if you don't have to use that, don't. Like, I love to jump off of stuff and hurt myself like an idiot. So I use, well, not like an idiot, but so I use, you know, cheap healing things. Ooh, that's a good point too out of my notes. Mentioning how these differ, how the movement differs from traditional MMOs. And in a lot of ways, it does. The only thing that I can think of off the top of my head that gave you this kind of freedom of movement was DCU. And you actually got that at character creation. You got to select what kind of movement type your superhero would have. This, in some ways, actually feels very analogous to me to the movement system of DC Universe. I would say that Dune is more flexible in how you want to move around the world. I think that it gives people, again, back to that role play conversation, it gives us so much more options as to how we want to even role play traversing the world. I'm not going to pay taxes in this game, I'll tell you that much right now. There's no way in heaven or hell I'm paying taxes. Oh, I should have stopped earlier than that. Whoops. Also, I mean, I hate changing abilities constantly. Again, neurospicy. But the trooper does come with the anti-grav grenade, which I'll just show you that real quick because it is pretty cool and useful for traversing the world. So I can chuck that grenade down there and then use my belt, put me right into it, and take no fall damage when I hit the ground. It's pretty fantastic. It's a great way to traverse the world. Alright, so now we need to figure out where the 5th trial is, which I'm pretty excited about. Looks like we're getting a little bit of lag on my internet connection right now, so sorry about that. I do think that I think they're installing fiber in the area of Colorado that I work in. I think our internet has been undergoing some pretty serious changes. So I'm just gonna, don't need to sell anything. Again, constant menuing, guys. On the other hand, if you don't need to go back to your base, by all means, don't force yourself. I'm pretty close though, so I'm gonna go ahead and head back. Did I get any research? No level up from that. I haven't tested this thoroughly yet, but I don't think your vehicles really take fall damage either. I know that they take durability damage from hold on. looks like we're kind of kicking back in. My ping is through the roof right now. You guys can see it up there on the corner of my screen. Just gonna have to hope she levels back out. While you guys are watching though, you know, if we're getting glitchy or whatever, just bear with me. I'm gonna show you where my base is. Best way to get there. Love to stop and harvest some flowers again, but don't really need that right now. That's better. Check out somebody's octopus base. I love the musical notes too. Again, the ecology, like the planet is undoubtedly alive. They did a really good job of showing us that, especially with the movements of the worms, dust clouds they leave. It very much reminds you, it makes you feel super small. Here, drop some stuff off. So if you guys are, you know, right out here on the other side of the Anvil trading post, you can go out the backside. Directly down this hill, up through this little passageway right here. I assume this is the same. Yeah, it would be the same. I'm on the Sexton server. Siege combo. But you can come up here. And then continue past this little scav camp. Harvest their blood while you're at it.
They're coming!
How did that not kill him? Oh, it did. It just took a second. Listen, bro, I'm over this. I love this pistol. Snub nose, it's fantastic. Still uses light darts too. It really seems like it makes the most out of them. I can eat spice now. Wait, I unlocked my middle ability? Oh. I wonder... where I acquire one of those abilities from. I bet it's those. It's a skill. Let's see. Yeah, I need an advanced Bene Gesserit trainer. I'm okay with that though. One of these has light darts in it, and I keep putting all my ammo in it. Accidentally. And then I get out in the world, and I'm like, where's all my ammo at? Getting shot at. Well, like, oh, actually, I have a specific storage container. I'm a little little retentive about how I store things. I think it's a good skill to practice that way. One of these days. But we're going to continue on. I keep all my bike parts and stuff in one place. Definitely save extra gear. Like if you get rid of a set of gear, for example, you replace it with something better. Don't destroy it. For the love of the gods and everything holy, be good. Nice. Fill my water bottle up. Have a drink real quick. And be on our way. Let's see where the next trial is. It'll be the 5th trial too. Nice. So I've been told that this is really important in the beginning of this game to complete the 5 trials. But before we get to that point, I'm just going to take a little break, a little chat break, and I want to talk to you guys about reading the Dune book. Like, it's pretty sick, guys. You guys really need to check it out. It'll make this game make a lot more sense. One of my favorite things about this, so spoiler alert again, if you don't want to know, leave. I'm happy you're here. Come back in like 10 minutes when I'm playing the game again. But I really dig that all of the alternate forms, all of the superpowers, are human evolutions. So humans fought this war with AI that it talks about in the beginning, and all of the divergent evolutions of human beings that we essentially invented to combat that became the Bene Gesserit, the Mentat. You could say that the Sword Masters are a point of that too, the Blade Masters. I love that they took the class titles directly from the book, the Mentat, the Bene Gesserit, the Blade Master. All of those things. So we were on the topic of mistakes and learning too. Dune very much delivers on that, as far as the environment will punish you for not making mistakes and learning from them. Get your sand compactor as fast as you humanly possibly can. That's how I got eaten by the worm. I was harvesting flower sand one at a time because I really needed silicone blocks. As soon as you make the sand compactor, you can harvest silicone blocks in mass, which is just really nice. It just makes everything so much easier. So, silicone blocks, sand compactors, big deal. What else? I don't know. We're just going to get into it. We're going to keep exploring. I think that's the better way to go about it. So 5th. What's the clue? The riddle of the 5th trial seems to indicate a location in Haga Rift to the east, where the earth has sundered across the bridges of stone, where the monoliths lean, always para east. The next step of this trial follows the path of the Zensuni wanderer, who apparently became the Fremen. Is this what it means to find the Fremen? So to become the Fremen, we have to take the... Oh, what was the word they used? It's like their holy journey. Okay, so again, talking about gameplay mistakes. Don't menu while you're standing in the sun. Really bad. Don't do that. You guys like the color of my bike? I just discovered you can customize that. That's weird. I do not like the Rift. It is not my favorite place. It's at the east side of the Rift. So, west, east. It's gonna have to be down in the bottom of the Rift somewhere, I'm sure. So, as I'm telling you not to stop in the sun, and I do that exact thing. I don't know if you get the same heat exhaustion on your sand bike as you do just standing by yourself. By the way, I need to mark my path. Do not mess around with the quicksand in this area of Jabal Efri al Yanu. I probably butchered the shit out of that. That's okay. You get what I'm saying. That portion of the map that I just had highlighted. I also highly recommend the booster for the sand bike. It makes getting away from the worms a lot easier. Makes traversing across a lot faster too. Okay, now I need to go to Rift. I'm gonna try to go in through there because it's probably really fast. I know that for a fact, I'm just guessing. Again, organically playing the game, maybe I'm totally wrong. It's going to be horribly wrong. I definitely recommend being very geared before you go into the Rift. The Rift is unkind if you do not have the proper equipment. Especially when it comes to like leader johns, things of that. That's why I'm carrying 2 water bottles. You're inevitably going to end up spending way more time in the Rift than you probably want to. I see people taking off out of it in their ornithopters, and I'm just like, I hate you. Oh, I need some of that. Quick mining break, really quick. They did a really good job too in this game of making it. I mean, MMOs are inherently grindy. You're collecting stuff to make other stuff, but they did a very good job of making it convenient. You tend to pass by the things you need as you're going to the missions you want to do. And I need carbon ore to make steel. And I'm doing it by hand because I'm crazy and I don't want to make the buggy right out the gate. Just how I'm choosing to play the game. There's no right or wrong way to go about it. If you want the ornithopter faster, you can actually just buy it for about 150,000 Solaris from one of the guild vendors, either Harkonnen or Atreides. But I wanted to build the good old-fashioned way. See again what I'm talking about. I need a lot of carbon ore right now. I keep driving by carbon ore. If you're scared too of people camping on that and you're not super familiar with the Coriolis storm mechanic in the game, which is really cool from the Dune perspective too, because the planet is constantly bombarded by storms and they gave those storms purpose. But the purpose of them is to shift these materials, these craft mats, from one place to another, so that you know, Jim Bob Squarebox is not gonna just build his base on top of the only carbon ore deposit within 500 meters. That will change, giving the rest of us a lot. They did put a lot of thought into the balance, I think, personally. One of the big things that they've mentioned too is that the dev team actually has to go through the lore team. So if they want to add something to the game, it has to make sense for the lore of the world, or it's a big no. I think Frank Herbert's son has a lot to do with that. I believe he still controls the creative rights to Dune. Unless he has himself branded or something. Hold on, I gotta cite my sources. Brian Herbert. This is. Ooh, skill points, intel points. That might mean that I'm not quite being able to unlock the Ornithopter yet. I need 30. And I think they require, yeah, I have to start making aluminum. I don't even know that I've found aluminum yet. I know I will find the crystals down here that we need to make cobalt paste. There's one right there. These. When you come down into the rift to do this, any of these missions, collect as much of this stuff as you can carry. You need a ton of cobalt paste to make and a lot of other things. Super important. Urethryte crystal. I wish it had a horn. Meep meep. The only feature I'm going to complain that the bike is missing is the horn. It doesn't have a horn. Gotta go find. Ooh, what is this? Probably the part. I'm interested what the spice infusion does to, like, the grenade. Just ate a bunch of spice and now my grenade is meaner. Right. Like, does it make it a bigger boom? Does everybody get spiced out because of it? I'm spicing out, man. It is a sacred hallucinogen, so let's not pretend like they're not doing drugs. They are. Arguably, it's part of their culture. more akin to like the shamanism use the hallucinogen. They're not like throwing Fremen raves. That would be pretty sick though. I could just imagine a Fremen rave being cool. Let's see, east to east. Yeah, we must have had some really high server population earlier because a lot of the lags leveled out. I'm also probably in a less densely populated area of the server. What was the other part of the clue? And down here you don't have to worry about where you stop because you won't get baked to death by the sun. What was meant to find the Fremen, where the earth is sundered, across the bridges of stone, where the monoliths lean, always para east. Monoliths lean, always para east. The earth is sundered. Monoliths east. Well, I'm probably in the right neighborhood. Monoliths. What does it say specifically they do? Lean, always east. So am I looking for an area that has a bunch of monoliths that are leaning to the east? That seems to be what it's telling me. I don't know. Let's find out. Keep heading east. Oh, I might have did boo-boo. I want to say you might be able to find the trials with probes. But I don't think I brought any. Oh, what the hell? I didn't know that. That you got a little carving from it. See, I just learned something. Okay, I need to find the spot on the map that matches that. Kind of a narrow little passage. Okay. I'm probably going the wrong way at this point. Oh. Actually, that looks a lot like it. That's gotta be something close. But that one has a bridge in it. It's just got a small one. I'm almost wondering if it's more like this. Going back and forth here, back and forth till we figure it out. The way this is showing it, it's oriented north-south. So, need something somewhat vertical north-south, like that. There's a bridge there, bridge there. that's looking more like what we're looking for. And I need to take like a screenshot of it so I can compare it side to side. So it's definitely in the rift. I'm guessing it's got to be back in this area somewhere. Let's look at it one more time. At least they're followable clues, though. On the other hand, the little hoopty-doopty on the cavern on the bottom of the screen right here, to me, looks a little more like the shape of that. Maybe I should continue down. It said east, so let's keep heading east. No, I'm going west. Let's see what we can find. The noises my bike makes me feel like it's going to explode. I hope my engine makes it. Crap, man. See, I didn't think about that. Oh, it's still at 50%. It'll be fine. A subterranean shipwreck? That's cool. That is the hardest part about this game, is not getting distracted by stuff like that. Subterranean shipwreck, what's that? Rift Run Passage. Deserter Camp. Alright, let's continue going east. See what we find. Seems like we're on to something here. That's just I thought that was like the Fremen lifts for a second. There's the bridge. I think this is probably the area I'm looking for. Yep, it is. I'm right on top of it. Pretty close anyway. So, yeah. Right in here. Question is where? Probably time to Go ahead and get off the motorcycle. So we don't. Oh shit. Did not mean to do that. Well, it says it's a little more north of me? Yeah. Darn, I can't remember. Oh, there's my little flashlight. Found it. Okay, so I'm thinking down a level. That's a big level. Alright. Okay, I need to go south now and check this edge again. I will find this Fremen test. I'm really glad I made a flashlight. I don't think it says it's on this wall. I think it says it's on the other one. Exact opposite side of the canyon. So, it's like a vague outline. Oh, I thought that was a cave opening for a second. I was like, really? Oh. What was that noise? Nothing? I feel like it's gotta be a cavern inside of a cavern. They really like the cavern sections. I feel like if I was trying to hide it, it would be right there. But I wasn't the one hiding it, so... And I don't want to move on with some of the other Dune stuff I want to talk about until we get to this trial. I want to see how it kind of connects to
Reveal
the Dune.
yourself.
Okay.
Eyes on enemy.
Oh, that didn't work.
Someone
Yeah, that will work for that.
empty.
Almost. Oh, better collect our blood tax, as it were. it's the first life I've seen down here. So that makes me wonder, why are they hanging out right here? Okay, so maybe a little higher on the cliff than right here. They're actually making me work for this. We're getting closer. My vehicle respawn point is like almost right on top of where it should be. Eerie. I feel like it's telling me it's in this area somewhere. Question is where? It's a lantern. You'd think if they found something from in here, they would have been mining it. The way the music keeps changing when I get close to this, that's making me wonder too. No. Okay. That's the rest of the clue. Okay. So, right in between the bridge and the little dingle hopper. So I need to be a little farther north. That's why. It says something about the narrow bridge of stone, too. The earth has sundered across the bridge of stone, where the monoliths lean, always. Okay. That's a bridge of stone. So is that. Alright. No sense in walking. Let's see if we can find it. They did a really good job of that with this too. Typically in MMOs, it's like go to this place and find this thing, and you walk up to it and you're like, I found it. It's right there. That would have been cool. Oh, that. Hmm. Keep looking. Okay, it's just to the south of... Where's the Bobby Dangler? Where is it? Oh, I'm on the wrong side. I think it's right around there. So, see where I can propel myself to. Oh, that was not where I wanted to go. Okay. Oh, I can't believe I pulled that off. Maybe this was the bridge of stone? Looks like around back of this. That definitely looks like a bridge of stone. I'm really wondering how... It's the last trial, too, so it has to come to, like, some sort of conclusion for the story of the Fremen. And this is still leading me to believe... See, this looks like... There's so many stone bridges. That looks really promising, though. Maybe? No. But it does look like a temple room of some sort. Oh, I just saw the indicator. Nice, finally got close enough to it. Alright. There it is. Oh, let's not kill ourselves just as we got here, shall we? In case we have any friends in here that shouldn't be in here. Dig the way they did these temples too, they just look cool. And we have located the 5th trial. Now we can start talking about the good stuff. Do I have the eyes of a bat now? That would be just my dream come true, honestly. That and a healthy internet connection, which it looks like I have, so. Sick.
Who is the creator? Ibn Qirtaiba. May his passing cleanse the world. Our God gave us the gift of thought, and the words of the Kitab al-Ibar. Their works have been overturned. Bila kaifa. Shai Halud cleanses Arrakis, creates the air we breathe, the soft sand where we pitch our tents, and smites our enemies.
Oh, it's quicksand. Oh, quicksand trial. That's messed up.
We grew soft on Poritrin, an easy planet, and God brought the weight of kindliness to prepare us for the typhoon that comes.
Is that what they call Arrakis? Or is that the planet they were originally from? Oh, if I make too much vibration, touch the sand too much, Shai Halud will eat me. Oh, I see. So I have to get out of here without I must use the other path. Oh no. Not to mention they get a platforming section out of it. Thankfully we can climb. Oh, it's gonna teach me how to make the thumper.
Who can
Cool.
turn away the angel of death? Our footsteps are as the drums of the slavers, calling Shai Halud upon.
Men must learn to live with their gods. Who can deny a Fremen the right to walk or ride where he wills? Only Shai Halud, the maker.
Officially
Ibn Qirtaiba. Who is the creator, the maker? May his passing cleanse the world. Remember Poritrin. Bila kaifa.
I'm saying Bila Kaifa do the
Ibn
work.
Qurtayba, who is the creator? The Maker, may his passing cleanse the world. Remember poetry. Bila Kaifa.
Okay, so obviously it taught me how to make the thumper. That's cool. I've actually been really looking forward to getting the thumper. So I do really dig how they're portraying the use of spice. And that's where we're going to pick up after a little break here, after we get back in. We'll take a little break, and then we're going to come back and talk about the spice and its actual impacts on the galaxy and kind of how that looks for Dune Awakening. Oh, look, my eyes are blue. I have the eyes of a bat. Dope. I think they are anyway. I'll have to try to look at my character's face. But I do believe... Yep, his eyes are blue now. I think it'll tell you, too, if you have the eyes of a bat. Yep, right there. So if you want to know, just open up your menu and it's right there. Oh, there's a 6th trial. Excuse me. What's the 6th trial? Oh wow, there's a ton more of them. Okay. The path of the 6th trial shows a lonely canyon somewhere in the northeastern reaches of Jabal Efreet al-Shaq. Follow your paracompass to the north and east, amidst the Shin towering spires across the rift. Seek eyes among the stones. I cannot say where this journey will end, but the knowledge of the Fremen will surely serve me well on Arrakis, even if I learn nothing else. And it's telling me I can craft something new. I can make an unfixed Chris knife, because I have a worm tooth. So that's the bonus to getting eaten. Don't get eaten with all your stuff on it. But if you want to make a Chris knife, you strip butt booty naked, you walk out in the desert, and you let Shai Hulud take you. It's that easy. Holy shit. The damage is insane. $191.6. My artisan sword does 18. Let me just make sure I read that right. Yeah. 191 damage with a Chris knife. Holy shit. Got the game chat going and everything. Dude, this might become my new favorite weapon for melee. I do plan on taking some of the Blade Master just for the static blade damage buffs, but we're not there yet. Am I coming out into a radiation zone? No. Just out into the world. I'm actually going to hide the chat real quick so it's not taking up that much of my... What? Oh, well, I guess we're just gonna watch the group chat then. That's just a thing that's gonna happen. Oh, show text chat. Let's try that. There we go. That way I can open the chat up. Cool. And still see it. I really enjoyed those trials, though. That was actually super fantastic. So we're going to rendezvous back at base, take a little break, and we'll be back with you guys in a second. I suppose you can hang out with me. We can talk about the spice while I drive. So I find it extremely interesting that they're exploring the spice giving you like superhuman capabilities, because I do believe that that's essentially how they made like the Bene Gesserit, how they advanced human evolution was by using spice through gene manipulation. So it's almost kind of like this is taking a prequel slash sequel, kind of. I don't know what that's called, but kind of vibe. Alternate timelines. It's the Dune verse instead of the Spidey verse. Again, this is why I warn you to be very prepared when you come into the Reach. You need to have lots of water. I haven't collected nearly as many blood sacks as I would have liked, though. But that's okay. So, grab a little drinky. There we go. The tracks, the Mark II tracks, too, I'm definitely... I've had them on this bike long enough now to for sure say they last a lot longer than the tracks. You'll find yourself repairing a lot less. So I would say that it's definitely worth it to make the Mark II versions. Just need to navigate back to... Oh wow, I'm directly across from my base, actually. I just need to go across this bridge and I can cut out across. Cool! I need to survey this portion of the map. That is really important too. But like any MMO, you've got to take time. You've got to have that grind time. I'm trying to spend my my streaming time really kind of showing you guys what Arrakis looks like, playing it feels like, vibe is like. Does it deliver on what it said? And the answer is absolutely yes. I'm really wondering how the spice trade is going to go between players. Are we going to be able to sell spice on this chum exchange? Because my current goal for this game to fit into the spice trade is to actually role-play security for spice trade instead. I want to play like a Fremen mercenary who's hired to protect spice runners. That way I can kind of build a guild around having more specific roles. If you have, in my mind anyway, it makes more sense that if you have somebody that's specifically geared out to do damage and engage targets, and then somebody else who's very specifically geared to farm spice, and you work together, you're going to be more successful in the long run. I was actually reading an article recently talking about how, like, the psychological impacts of survival games, and they were talking about Dune and how it highlights sometimes the horror parts of people's personalities, and a lot of times the good parts of people's personalities. So like something I'm trying to do in this game is when I have like extra craft materials that I can't use, I'll go to Haga Basin and drop them in front of somebody's base. Be nice, you know? Give the low-level characters stuff. Because if people don't play the game, we don't get to keep playing the game. And it's a pretty awesome game. And we've returned to base. Honestly, it didn't even take as long as you would have thought to. Which is pretty sick. Those can go in there. Back. That's gonna go in the recycler. That. Let's try here. Here, you do run out of space really fast too, so it's actually kind of important that you continue to make things. I am just in the process of mass stockpiling stuff so I can make an ornithopter. I am really looking forward to being able... God, I feel like the lighting in here is awesome. Squirrel! I'm really looking forward to having an ornithopter eventually, though. Water storage is almost full, too. I'm going to have to build more. Alright, y'all, that's where we're going to jump on our break here. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'm going to maybe take you to Arakeen, show you what that looks like, and kind of run down some of that. We'll see you in a bit. back. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I'm enjoying doing it. So, I think we're going to take a little trip to Arcane. Because I got a ton of money, and I need to store some of it safely. And maybe we want to buy some stuff there. Who knows? In theory, we even could buy some of the constructible parts for the ornithopter. I don't believe I have enough to research it yet, though. I'm going to need to level up probably one more time before I'm going to be able to build that, I think. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Nope. Yep, that's where we go. Oh. Probably want to hear what we're doing too, huh? So we... Yeah. Much better. Did I take my money? Yes, I did. And this is another nice part about having your base close to, you know, either of the major trading posts. If you can get it close, it's really preferable. Because until you get an ornithopter, you have to pay somebody to fly you to Arcane every time. Which, for the record, no matter where you tell her she's flying you, she's going to charge you extra. Just be clear.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Where do you... Atreides and their war levies. Look, all right. Thopter's on the roof. Let's go.
So first, we're going to go check out Arcane, though, and see if we actually need to buy anything. I don't think so. It's actually kind of hard to believe that I'm just in the basic starting area still, and I'm already level 50. Definitely don't rush through this game. You're robbing yourself of the enjoyment of it if you do.
Welcome back.
I need to go faster.
You trying to catch something, or avoid getting caught? Frost speed is what you're after. There are a bunch of engine mods that'll juice top speed and accelerate, but engine mods are only part of the story. If you want to be faster than the next guy, what you need is something extra after you reach top speed. Boost modules give you a significant short-term speed, so the next time you're racing to the next hot salvage, you've got some extra zip when redlining it isn't quite enough.
So, does that mean that a Mark III engine for the buggy is also going to be better? Acceleration very fast, okay. Alright, well, I think I can make one of those. Pretty sure I can make one of those.
Oh, hey there, friend. Looking for anything special?
I don't know. What are you selling? Me. This is the one time I found that it's a little funky to try to use the controller, is when you have to mouse around stuff like this. So weapon merchant, spice merchant, water seller, base vendor, imperial consulate, chum exchange. I already hit the vehicle vendor. And I know that there's a trainer here too. So we're just gonna do some circles. Find out. Oh. What is this? Cool. That's what it is.
A good evening to you. It is evening, isn't it? Oh yes, well, while I do...
So this is where all the who's who show up or hang out. These are all the rich people. I'm guessing. I wonder what the drawback of Chris Knife is. The unfixed Chris Knife is made of sandwich is very brittle. I wonder if you can only use it once. It's cool too that you can't drop it because the Fremen are not allowed to leave this knife behind.
Ah, it's you again. Come to share your secrets this time. I'm retired now. Seemed like a good time. That's when everything got a little too political for my tastes. The Spice Miners Guild should be above politics. We serve the Imperium. Our only loyalty should be to the spice flow itself. But like everything else, this war has a way of dividing loyalties. Making people... I know someone's got to win in the end. I guess the guild is just... Maybe. Lady Jessica and the Duke. But... Although, I don't see a path to victory for the Duke.
Oh, wow. 120k for Spice Melange. That's... Man, I hope I can sell it for that much to vendors. That would be sweet. Get rich real quick. Still waiting for the scary tax man to come attempt to collect my taxes. Let's see how that goes down. I was really hoping to find a Blade Master trainer here too, which, I mean, I would kind of assume there's at least one somewhere. There's gotta be. That's gotta be a family trader, right?
Salutations. What business do you have with House Motelli?
Motelli, okay. That's the trooper trainer. See, but I don't see anybody else up here. where are the other trainers? Unless the Blade Master is in Harco Village. That would be an interesting way for them to do it. Because typically you put all the resources in one spot. Interesting if they kind of broke the mold that way. Oh yeah, because they're watering the trees. And they're pissed. I can go to the Atreides building. I haven't actually been back to him since joining House Atreides. I doubt I can afford anything that he has, but let's find out.
Always good to see a familiar face. What can I do for you today?
Interesting. You can buy all the parts for sure. Oh, requires reputation level 4, and I only have reputation 2. So I can't buy anything from him yet.
I suspect you have some business with House Rojaq or me.
No, I'm good. Thanks, though. Appreciate it. Remember, right, House Rojaq is like minstrel assassins too, which is interesting.
I'm afraid I am a very busy man.
Everybody be rocking lipstick tattoos in the future. It's pretty sick. Yeah, I'll just take one of these, if you don't mind. Alright, so Arakeen has not been fruitful so far. I wonder, is Duncan's Dojo? That seems like a good place to find a Blade Master. Let's go try that. Well, I'm gonna have to do some quest for him to teach me anything. The other lady called me Boot for like a week. So,
Really?
there we go. Nope. Yes. Feel like this is the place. But nobody's here. Can't attack the dummies. I wonder if I have to find somebody. To, inhabit the dojo, maybe? Maybe I have to rescue somebody. That would be my best guess. Can't go into that area yet. I bet that's where the Blade Master is. Oh. Seems like something you should scan. They've been leading us to believe that you scan things when you want answers. So I bet that's what you have to do. I bet you have to go in there and scan that scroll and, you know, to send you on a mission to rescue Duncan or something. Let's go rescue Jason Momoa. thinking about that earlier. It's so weird to me that Gurney Halleck is Patrick Stewart in my head, but Duncan Idaho is Jason Momoa. I mixed the two movies together. What's that weird?
You again? What now?
Well, I definitely don't want to pay my taxes. That's not happening. You guys can come try to collect them from me, and we'll see what happens. Either you'll get them, or I'll keep them. Where is the... Oh, the Chum Exchange is over here. The Guild Bank is what I need to go to. Store up some Solaris. There's the Chum Exchange. I don't think there's... Oh, are you okay? My wife just got the crap scared out of her by a video.
Welcome. Would you
me.
like to deposit or withdraw Solaris? How much Solaris would you like to deposit? Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw Solaris?
I'm now really confused. I feel like there should have been more money that went in than that. Would it be under Guild Bank? Oh well. Either way, I've got money safely stored. Ink buying jacket. What do we got for still suits? Wow. People are really making their way through this game quick. Pseudo pulse sword. Interesting. I bet it's not too long before you can buy light ornithopters. What, Poot? Slido replicator? For 100K? No way. Dude, I want to go make one of those right now for like half the price and sell it. Does it have like... I was just gonna ask that. Is it already a pre-built base? It is. Intriguing. That is not even an idea I even considered. Being 100 steel ingots for $2,000. Yeah, give me that. Oh, they're $2,000 a piece. Never mind. 3,000. Okay. Well, that's good to know how much I can sell stuff for. Those were iron ingots or steel. I don't think people are gonna sell really basic stuff. So now I'm just confused by utility tools. Photography tool. Tools. Nice, a static compactor for 4K. That's not bad. Not bad at all.
I think you're back in the auction house.
I didn't realize I had to actually claim the items from the thing.
Oh, we got some people talking. Nice. Instruction tools. What was I just looking for? Vertical staking units. Staking units, no. I was looking at components, refined resources, steel ingots. Okay. Don't really need anything like that. So the question is, what's the next mission we want to take on in this? And this takes us, follow your paracompass to the northeast amidst the Jin towering spires across the rift. See guys among the stones. I think maybe it's time to kind of pull back and work on some other missions. Climb the ranks. Or taxation. I really want to go pay my taxes. Weapons of war. Touring the gap. Imperial testing. Let's go check out a testing station. That's actually a great way to kind of soak up a little bit of our time here on our stream, and it'll kind of show you guys one of the
Can I fly you somewhere today?
Mechanics.
Music to my ears. The basin is a pretty big place.
That you're gonna end up doing a lot.
I never miss the chance to let Smiley verbally abuse. Let's move.
And they're pretty good, honestly. They're short enough with a high enough payout. Dog out. Go on. What are you doing? God, go. My dog's like sitting half on the bed. Weird. Like staring at me. It's like, dude, it's okay. Go chill. Now she's sitting at the door staring at it. Can't wait to have a light ornithopter. I really can't. I bet this guy's gonna send me back to the rift. How much y'all want to bet? I have a bunch of stuff in my inventory, first of all. Let's make sure we can undertake a journey. Oh yeah, we good.
We meet again. Am I so transparent? That can't be a good trait for spycraft. You're right, of course. This war of assassins is a war of attrition and tiny bites.
Yeah.
I leapt into it with so much fervor. To answer the call of Duke Leto, to go into battle side by side with Duncan Idaho and Gurney Halleck. Glorious.
Yep.
But that wasn't the reality. No battle to end all battles, just this endless cold war in this hot hell. I thirst not for water, but righteousness. The worst part? The Harkonnens thrive in this. Treachery feeds them. Little by little, we diminish, and the only way out is to be like the enemy.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
That is a victory of a kind. Maybe the only victory that truly matters. Thank you. Enough sad philosophy and navel-gazing banter. There's work to do.
Do I have a contract from him right now? I don't think so. Tolliver, track. Oh, I think I did. Did I do all of... price of the trail. Okay. I think we're probably going to go lay the smack down on some people. Let's find out. This is a very constant aspect of this game, though, is checking your equipment. My engine's still at 47%. We'll be fine. I'm going to build a new one anyway, so if I blow this one up... Oh well. For all I know, I might even have a Mark II engine sitting in the box, the storage box there. I should check that. Not that, not that, not that. Oh yeah, quicksand is bad. Quicksand is really bad. It will get you hella eaten by worms. As you almost just witnessed. It's one of the reasons the bike scanner is really nice too. Pulse it like that and it'll show you what the quicksand is. You're going to find yourself doing that a lot too, playing this game, just stopping really quick. Again, they really did do a great job in taking a lot of the grindiness of MMOs and kind of incorporating it into part of playing the game as opposed to this chore that you have to do. You just kind of end up collecting the things that you need as you traverse the world. Especially when you start thinking of the game in terms of survival and minimalism, using as little as possible. Just play Dune like you're a hoarder and throw absolutely nothing in until you run out of storage and then just build more storage. Quicksand, stupid. Woo. Stairway. I am totally going to use this Chris knife just to see what happens. I know how to make them now. All I gotta do is get eaten by a worm. So, I mean, in theory, I could just strip naked and get eaten by a worm like 50 times. and make a bunch of them. If they're that cool, hell yeah, I will totally do that. I'm just the moron feeding myself to the worms, don't mind me. If that's my win strategy for this game, I'll take it. Let's see if we can jump to the bottom of the rift. I really do love doing that. It says they're only 70 feet below us, though, so maybe instead of having to find our way all the way back out of the rift, I should do this intelligently. And only go down as far as I need to. Yeah, that seems legit. It's like one layer. Lifesaver. Legitimately. Oh, I can actually have 3 things now. Okay. Excuse me, I just needed to equip them. Oh, dang it. So I actually want that one, then that one. Ruby. And now it's 60 feet above me. Why? Okay, now what am I doing? Oh, extract 5,000 milliliters of blood from deserters in the rift. Oh, you got it, my friend. Oh, and that's probably fuel cells, which is just as good. A little tickle in my throat here. Ah, yeah, a little fruit and TV static. Let's see if we can't suss out some of these deserters. I'm not fully understanding, so they're deserters from the great houses? That's gotta be it. They've gotta be deserters from the great houses. Because the houses are the only ones with standing militaries to desert. They're also consequentially the only ones who probably care. I feel like if you want to desert the Fremen, they're like, yeah, I mean, yeah, have at it. Sabotage? What does that do? Where are all the deserters? Hello? This place is running real light on enemies. Oh, that's a big chest. Huh. I wonder if somebody just came through this zone. I shouldn't have to kill very many deserters with the blood extractor I have. It should be pretty quick. I think it gets like 3,000 milliliters at a time. Grab a little extra fuel for the base. That way I can just top it off when I get back. I know there are deserter camps around here. Okay. I really want to know more about these deserters. I need to start exploring the camps and getting more of that lore out of it too. I do think there are more game-specific factions. I'll be interested to explore it more as I kind of get into more lore from the book, which we'll be covering on the next episode. I'm going to try to put in some more solid reading on the book and then come back to the game with kind of some more perspective. Where are all the deserters? I know they're down here. Try that. Let's see. Maybe? There are raiders that spawn on this stairwell. I know that for sure. I've fought them down here before. And by the way, the price of betrayal is about 5,000 milliliters of blood. Gotcha. Anybody? It is so dang barren in here. Kind of almost running into a little bit about what people have been talking about, where you want it to definitely be a barren wasteland. It's Arrakis. But at the same time, you got to have stuff for players and people to interact with. I'm honestly kind of shocked I haven't seen any NPCs whilst running through here. That's pretty odd. Let's try this. I love chests full of like goodies. What just happened? Is that a trap? Take all that. Take all that. Nothing. Oh. Oh. I don't have any healing items equipped right now. That would probably explain it. I've literally never had to search this long for NPCs. I don't understand. Did somebody just like come through here and just wreck shop on all the dudes? Very devoid of NPCs right now. At the worst possible time. Let's go back up to the top and see if they've respawned in the base. So last time I came through here, there were dudes defending this stairwell. Ah, yes, the lore team at work again. They have to search for people to drain blood from. It does kind of make sense, actually. Just says in the rift, so I feel like I can probably just ride around and find some people. Let's try it out. See if I drive around with my headlights on, they'll shoot at me. Making it easier to find. Do I have any camps marked on the map? I do. There's a deserter camp. Perfect. They're actually hiding in the camp. Nice. They'll give me some micro sandwiches.
Someone's here. I require backup.
Ooh, I just walked into a hornet's nest. There we go. Much better. Need a blood extractor. This hacking a dead body probably doesn't do me a whole lot of good. There we go. Definitely worthwhile having an upgraded blood extractor. Also, the spin dart, the ball, so worth it. The poison makes the machine gunners a lot more, well, just easier to deal with, to be honest with you. It really does simplify the whole process of killing them. This place is loaded. Yeah, I need to start farming down here. Alright, y'all, let's get out of here. The console? What console? You gotta go way down. Okay. Let's get this banged out so we can get back to base. I'm gonna be spending more time in here, I'm sure, so. Almost forgot my bike. That would have made me really sad. Analyze the blood at the blood council. Yeah, I don't want to go all the way. You definitely don't want to waste your time doing that either. Again, a lot of time driving in the beginning of this game. Don't rob yourself of that experience, though. It's a lot of fun. I just like that. Really does build that immersion. I feel like I'm trying to survive right now instead of like this is a walk in the park, so to speak. Can't see anybody. Can't wait to have another sandbike engine faster. I think I've got to go up the stairwell. Yeah, it's 65 meters above me. I hear him talking. Keep going. Yep. Oh, wait a second. That's probably the console right there. Oh, just took a second to realize I was standing there. I've learned something interesting. Report back. Tolliver. We're actually going to report back to our home away from home. Well, no, it is our home, actually. Nope. Almost fell off. But I can also fly now, so that's nice. Alright. Which direction is home? We need to go south. Yep. South it is. See my house from here, literally. Get stuck in the quicksand again. Of course. Got the ones chasing you. Again, it just keeps you on your toes. It's a great way to play a game. It was a really great way to emphasize the survival aspect. It's like you're never safe. I cannot think of another MMO game, crafting style game I've ever played where the risk while you were gathering materials is as high. Return. Still got mic level, nice. I'm actually really impressed with this little microphone. It popped up. He's all in his underwear.
We meet again.
That texture glitch was hilarious.
What were the results? That is troubling. That's all I can say for now. A gang of Harkonnen go to the testing.
Excellent. So we've now built more standing with House Atreides. It's mind-blowing to me that people have completed this Ornithopter quest in like 20 hours. So yeah, if you want like a representation of like what's going to be like for a normal person who works a 40-hour job, this is going to be, I think, more of the territory. And I think that's better anyway. I don't want to spend my money on this game and then get all of the fun stuff out of it in a couple hours. That's not optimal. Oh yeah, it's the Chris knife. Coming out. Bet you can't parry.
It's a loader!
Real quick, which one of these has the light brights in it? Anywhoozy. Well guys, I really appreciate you guys tuning in with me tonight, hanging out and playing Dune. I'm really enjoying playing this game with you guys. It's a pretty great game. So as always, feel free to come back next week, 7 o'clock. Tune in for more chill vibes, more Dune. We're going to talk more about the lore as it pertains to the book because I'm reading it over the next week. I'd also just wanted to acknowledge, guys, you know, sometimes it feels like a sun-blasted desert out there. And it's okay. Just like the game frustrates you, it's okay if life frustrates you a little bit too. So we'll see you guys around. Have a nice evening.